Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to the latest football Gupshup transfer news, and we will be giving you some really good updates in this session. Please do subscribe to the channel and press that like button. So let's start today's episode. We've got plenty of news and start with the big one, and it has to do with Manchester United. So Manchester United fans, really good news, and it has to do with Casemiro. It has been officially announced on Manchester United website, and it goes on to say that they have signed Casemiro. I will go through the official statement which is being published on their website, and it says that United reach agreement for Casemiro transfer. Manchester United is delighted to announce that the club has reached agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of Casemiro. The transfer is subject to the agreement of personal terms, UK visa requirements, and a medical. Casemiro has played over 500 professional games, including 63 at international level for his native Brazil. He has won 17 major honors in his illustrious career, including 5 Champions League titles and the Copa America. We all look forward to welcoming Casemiro to Old Trafford. So this is the official line from the club on their official website. So congratulations, United fans, you have got Casemiro. Now we're going to give some details regarding to that move, and let's start with the big one. He will be unveiled as a Manchester United player on Monday or Tuesday after his medical. There are some news circulating that due to that Liverpool game, United will try to present him to the crowd just before the game kickoff, similar as they did Rafael Varane. And most probably his medical will be sorted out, and they will try to get his visa done. But he will be in Old Trafford. He will be in Manchester. So they will try to unveil him just right before the game. That's what's circulating on social media. Now a little bit more details on what the contract is going to be, what he's going to get paid. Manchester United will pay Casemiro around £375,000 a week, but his salary will be significantly affected if United don't qualify for the Champions League. So that means this figure of £375,000 a week is basically a figure where United are playing in Champions League. They are playing in terms of like top four club. It depends on the conditions. If he meets the conditions, then he's going to get that figure paid. But if he doesn't get those kind of conditions, then he'll be paid less. So this is what it is going to be. But Casemiro is a new player for Manchester United. The contract is for 4 years plus 1 year option mode. So there you go, Casemiro finally leaving Real Madrid, and the midfield trio of Tony Cruz as well as Luka Modric and Casemiro coming to an end. So that means Casemiro will play for the Red Devils, and he will wear that famous red shirt of Manchester United. Now we're gonna head towards more news. It has been reported that United are still in for Frankie De Jong. Now Barcelona, they are basically gonna have to make a decision in terms with Frankie De Jong. They're gonna give him an ultimatum either to agree a new contract where he's gonna pay less. If not, then they're gonna sell him, and that is where Manchester United will try to work within that package where they could pay those deferred payments of 17 million euros, which he is being owed by Barcelona. So Manchester United are now willing to pay that amount of money. So what does that mean? Will United be willing to pay around 70 plus million euros to Barcelona for Frankie de Jong, as well as paying around 65 or 70 million euros to Real Madrid for Casemiro? That brings the total around 130 million euros, which is around 110 to 120 million pounds. Plus, remember, guys, they bought Lisandro Martinez, Malacia, as well as signing Ericsson on free. And remember, they want to sign Anthony, and they would be willing to go big on Anthony. I'm just going to come back on Anthony because there have been a big updates regarding Anthony, and I'll come to that in a little bit second. Because right now Frankie De Jong is in the very tight issues because almost 10 to 2 weeks remaining for the Premier League deadline day to finish, and in that Frankie De Jong will have to make a decision. Otherwise, is going to stay at Barcelona, and he will be getting paid less. Whatever this turns out to be, United are pretty much in for him. So let's see what happens. Now we're going to come back to Anthony with Ajax. It's basically been reported that he came in on Thursday for training. Then on Friday, he just said that he wasn't able to train. Most probably, he will uh, basically he's indicated that if you are being offered more than 80 million euros, and is more than enough for him to earn a move to Manchester United. This is what his agents are trying to give the message to the Ajax board, that he wants to move to Manchester United. So whatever bid next comes in, they should accept it because he has proven to Ajax. He has stayed them for these many years and he's won a lot, but his wish is to leave the club and join Manchester United. So let's see what happens on that front. Now we're going to stick to Manchester United regarding in terms of outgoings. Now the fee which was reported for Anthony was around 85 million euros from one source, whereas from another source it has been reported that Manchester United would be willing to go upwards towards 100 million euros, including add-ons. So maybe the correct figure would be 80 to 85 million euros plus some add-ons, which is going to be quite key. And remember, Eric Ten Hag always wanted Anthony. Now we're going to talk about the outgoings. There is one player currently right now for United whose name is Eric Bailly. He is almost made to close the deal with Marseille on loan, and it seems that everything is agreed. Most probably he will apparently would want to move there with a buyout option, because if he really likes to play in Marseille in Ligue 1, then he would want to at least have that permanent purchase option with Marseille, and it seems that it will be included. So let's see what happens on that front. Now we are going to come to Chelsea as well as Ajax. We do know that if Anthony does leave Ajax, then Ajax will be looking for some sort of replacement, and it seems that they will be going back for some of the names which they know. And the two names which have come forward are Hakim Ziyech as well as Justin Kluivert. We do know that Fulham are in race to sign Justin Kluivert from Roma. The fee was reported around 12 million euro fee. So the key over here is that what does Justin Kluivert want? Would he want to move back to his native homeland, or would he want to play in Premier League? Now that is the case, but the bigger one is Hakim Ziyech at this moment, who has not got currently his starting place in the Chelsea squad, and he is looking for a move, and that is where his old club comes into the story. Remember, if they sell Anthony to Manchester United, then there will be an opening in the squad as well as in the playing 11, and Ajax will have that much money to spend on him, and they can pay Chelsea, which would be around a figure of 30 to 25 million euros. Now, Hakim Ziyech is looking for a move, and he wouldn't mind moving back to his old club where he could get that regular play time. So right now, those things are at work. Now, we are gonna go and we're gonna talk about Chelsea regarding Wesley Fofana. Now, we do know that Wesley Fofana is quite eager to join Leicester City. He has disclosed this to Brendan Rodgers. He has disclosed this to Leicester City as well, that he is looking for a move. But let's see what will Chelsea do in terms of paying up to Leicester City. Will they pay 85 million pounds, which Leicester City want? So right now, Chelsea are looking into signing him, and he also wants to move. He has explained that it's his dream move, and that means he is looking for a move. So right now, we're gonna go on to the further transfer news, and we're gonna come back to Tottenham, and Dombele is signing for Napoli for a season-long loan, and there is a buyout option. The deal is done. He has been in Naples. The medical is done, and he has signed the contract. He's a new Napoli player, so his Premier League saga is over. He will be playing in Italy for Napoli. Now we are going to stay in Serie A, and we're going to talk about Inter Milan and Milan Skriniar as well as PSG. Now we do know that PSG almost targeted him with 50 million euro bid, but that was rejected. Now Inter Milan CEO has said that they're willing to keep Milan Skriniar for at least a season, and they're going to give him an extension for a contract. They cannot at this moment in time. They would want him to go because they haven't got any kind of replacement. For that reason, they have announced that they're not going to sell him anymore, and he is not available on the market. That means he's off, and he will stay at Inter Milan. So PSG will now have to look somewhere else. It seems that PSG weren't willing to pay what Inter Milan were asking of, which was around 80 million euros. So it seems that PSG will be looking somewhere else. Now we're going to move forward, and we're going to be talking about another deal which is about to happen with Everton. Everton, as we all know, are looking at multiple deals at this moment. One of their own player, Dele Ali, is on move, and most probably he'll be playing in Turkey. Frank Lampard has said that the decision is in player hands, and most probably Dele Ali will have to think about his career, and most probably he'll be moving over to Turkey for his next phase of career. Now we're going to talk about Everton. They are trying to get at least two players. One of them is Idris Gueye, who plays for PSG, one of the ex-players. It seems that deal is almost coming to an end, and Everton will get their man. Most probably, he will get his medical done, and he'll be a new Everton player. But Everton are seemingly looking at another new prospect, which is Mohamed Kudus, who plays for Ajax. He will be joining Everton on a season-long loan, and then there will be an option included for a permanent purchase. And most probably, Everton will see how does he perform in the first season, and if they seem to see that he is good enough, then they will sign him permanently. Now we're gonna go and move forward towards another transfer news. It has to do with PSG. We do know that PSG are looking at Bernardo Silva, but it seems the fact that PSG do not have that much amount of money, as well as a space in the squad where they can allow Bernardo Silva to operate. Remember, Neymar is going to stay at PSG this season. He's not going to move. So that means Bernardo Silva to PSG is over. Most probably it will be Barcelona, but let's see what happens with Frenkie de Jong. And then maybe Bernardo Silva will be one of those names for Barcelona if Frenkie de Jong leaves Barcelona for either Chelsea or Manchester United. Now we're going to go forward and we're going to talk about Chelsea's bid to get Aubameyang from Barcelona. Now, Chelsea have submitted an official offer where they have offered 15 million euros plus Marcos Alonso going the other way to Barcelona, but Barcelona are looking for 30 million euros. So let's see if there's going to be any sort of agreement between the two clubs, and will we see Aubameyang playing for the blue side of London, Chelsea, as Alonso moving to the other side and playing for Barcelona. Now we're gonna be speaking about another news in which Fulham are now heavy favorites to sign Mopai from Brighton in a figure of 15 million pounds. So the talks are advanced, but still not done yet. But we might see Mopai playing for Fulham. Fulham are very much active as well as Nottingham Forest. Now we are going to move forward and talk about Brighton. Brighton have signed a contract extension with one of their own players, who is Danny Welbeck. He will be staying until 2024, and this news was announced. And Danny Welbeck seems to be hitting right form, and he's quite happy to stay at Brighton. Now, there is another news, and we're going to be talking about Arsenal. Arsenal are looking for some of the exits for the current players in the squad who they think are not needed, and we're going to talk about two of them. One of them is Nicolas Pepe. Nice are looking at Nicolas Pepe currently right now on loan, and they might want to include the permanent purchase. So let's see what will happen on that front. Whereas Bellerin is still in talks with Arsenal board that he wants to move. Maybe Arsenal would want to cancel his contract so he could sign for free with other teams. We do know that Barcelona are looking for a right back, so maybe Arsenal are looking at that fact that maybe they could get out something from Barcelona, and if they need Bellerin, maybe 2 million or 3 million would be enough for them. But let's see what happens on that front. Now we're gonna go further and talk about another news in which we are gonna report to you about another thing. It's Chelsea that they've signed Casamayor from Inter Milan for 15 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons. A 6-year contract has been signed, so he'll be playing for Chelsea. And this is the news that we have so far, and these are the updates. Hopefully, there'll be more updates coming out soon for tomorrow. Please do tune in for the morning transfer news, and then we'll be having the watch along live for the Premier League. Tottenham against Wolves, and then we will have four matches: Crystal Palace against Aston Villa, Everton against Nottingham Forest, Fulham against Brentford, Leicester City against Southampton, Bournemouth against Arsenal, and hopefully you guys will be tuning in for those watch along. And on Sunday we will have two of the watch alongs. I think three of them, but one of them will be having two matches: Leeds United against Chelsea, West Ham United against Brighton, Newcastle United against Manchester City, and then on Monday we'll have the big one, United against Liverpool. Hopefully you guys will be tuning in for that watch along. Guys, if you can please do subscribe to the channel, press that like button as well. Hopefully I'll be seeing you soon tomorrow, and please do let your friends know about Football Gupshup.